Well, we're very much enjoying the National Wine Show of Australia, and we have a really unique opportunity right now. We get to go behind the scenes, if you like. We have Andy Gregory, who is the committee chair, joining us right now. First of all, Andy, it must be just so amazing to have this event back on.
Oh, it's fantastic, Cam. After a couple of years of difficulty in terms of climate, drought, fire, smoke taint, and then COVID overlaid. Now, it's been tough for the industry, but they've come back really strongly.
So give us a little bit of an insight as to the number of wines, the regions that they've come in, and what's happening here behind us as well.
We've had 885 qualifying wines this year that come from around Australia. All wine regions in Australia are represented, but they actually have to qualify to be able to enter the National Wine Show. Behind us you see the Chair of Judges working with one of the panels. We have 4 panels that judge wines, and now they're getting some consensus on who they're going to award the top gold medal to in this class.
So let's go through the process of actually being at the winery and deciding on a good wine that you want to put through all the processes to actually get it here.
Well, that's a long process generally, depending on the varietal. So anything up to a year to 18 months in the winery before we finalise it, blend it and bottle it. And hopefully it's the best blend we could make with the materials we had that year.
Okay, judge's hat on now, please. We've seen you in action this morning already. What's the quality like? What's coming through?
Well, it's always a mixed bag. We're looking for the best wine on the table. So the most together, complete, beautiful, and often just the wine you want to drink.
David Bicknell, who is the chair of judges, with me right now. And look, a little insight as to what happens before we start recording, and we were just about to hit the go button. The red light comes on the camera. However, David was called away to oversee a conversation that was happening at one of the judging panels. So exactly what happened there just behind us a few minutes ago?
I guess the role of the chair of judges is to come in with a fresh palette and help adjudicate on where they've seen things landing. So they'd call back half a dozen wines, and they were fairly confident on where they felt the quality level sat. They just wanted that reinforcement or change of opinion for when I come along. Before we started, I said, there's only one thing you have to find for me, and that's beautiful wines. That's really it. And you know, beauty comes in all sorts of shapes and sizes and styles.
And so what are some of those trends that you're seeing?
Well, the first thing is that there's a very large class this year of what we have historically called alternative varieties. And they are becoming more mainstream. So particularly varieties that have come from Spain and Portugal and Italy, where the climate is warmer and much more like ours. And those varieties are really taking root in this country. And now that they've been in the ground for, you know, some of them for 10 to 15 years, the quality of the wines coming out is vastly superior, and that's really one of the exciting bits that we get. You know, Shiraz is still king. In terms of quality, you know, Chardonnay has been head and shoulders above pretty much everything else for a while, and that looks like it's set to continue because that's something winemakers in this country have mastered.
All right, David, thank you so much. We know you're busy, so back to it and enjoy the rest of the show.